Tried out excuses. Homework, six strict parents, tuba practice, late night dentist appointments, have to feed the warhogs. Davy doesn't analyze my reluctance or plead with me. Guys don't do that. Stay, go. Suit yourself. See you Monday. Melinda won. It was just pizza. He wasn't going to try anything. His parents were going to be there. You worry too much. You're going to turn into one of those weirdo ladies who lives alone and has 100 cats. I hate you. Melinda too. The world's a dangerous place. He could have been lying. You have to assume the worst. Hurry up and get us home. I don't like this. It's dark and dangerous. If I keep them both out of my head, who will be left? A night to remember. Can't sleep. Maybe I'll never sleep again. Until you tell somebody, girl. A fat white seed sleeps in the sky. People complain the winter here lasts forever. That's because they're obsessed about the temperature. North in the mountains, the maple sap trickles. Braces of geese punch through the thin ice left on the lake. Underground, pale seeds roll over in their sleep, starting to get restless, starting to get green. The moon looked closer back in August. Rachel got us to the end of the summer party, a cheerleader party with beer and singers and music. Everyone looked like models. Thin, big lips, glimmery earrings, white smiles. I feel like such a little kid. Rachel fit in, of course. She knew everyone because of her older brother. I tasted the beer. It was worse than cough medicine, but I gulped it down. I drank 3 in a whirl, then I thought I was going to puke. So she went outside. The moon shone on the leaves. Someone giggled, hidden behind the dark, quiet boy whispers. You're too dark. You're too beautiful to hide in the dark. Come dance with me. A Greek god, a senior, started talking to me, flirting with me. Me. What was Rachel? She had to see this. I fit against his body perfectly. I breathed in his smell cologne and beer and something I couldn't identify. The music was sweet. This is what high school was supposed to feel like. He kissed me. Man kiss. Hard, sweet, and deep. Nearly knocked me off my feet, that kiss. For just a minute, I thought I had a boyfriend, older and stronger and ready to watch out for me. He was getting rude, but my tongue was thick with beer. Girl! I couldn't figure out how to tell him to slow down. A cloud cloaked the moon. Do you want to? What did he say? No, I do not like this. My lips mumble something about leaving a friend who needs me. My parents worrying. I sound like a deranged drunk. His lips like a man, and I can't say anything. There's a boulder on top of me. In my head, I'm screaming, no, I don't want to. But no one can hear me. He makes sure of that. I'm trying to remember how we got on the ground and where the man went. And wham! The ground smells wet and dark. No! I'm not really here. I'm definitely back at Rachel's, crimping my hair and gluing on fake nails, and he smells like beer and mean, and he hurts me and hurts me and hurts me, and he smiles. All those visits from Officer Friendly in 2nd grade played off. I called 911. Police, state your emergency. No words come out of my mouth. Who was that girl? I had never seen her before. We have your location. Officers are on their way. Are you hurt? She called the cops! I crawled out the room through a fur's legs, just needing to get away from everything. From everyone. Everyone else ran out the party. The moon vanished. I walked home to an empty house without a word. It is in August. It's frozen. I'm a frozen gargoyle, wondering if the sun is going to blow off the wind today and sleep in. I think I need stitches. She destroyed her lip on that when telling that story, y'all. Woo, she got F's. Girl, get your life together. Fourth making period, marker period. We are the Hornets, hornets. Everywhere we go, oh, people want to know, oh, who we are, so we tell them. They call it the Hornet Hustle. So the PTA petitioned the school board to change our mascot again. The student council started a counter petition describing the psychological harm we have all suffered from this year's lack of identity. We, the students of Meriwether High, have become proud of our hornet selves. We are tenacious, stinging, clever. We are a hive, a community of students. Don't take away our hornetdom. We are hornets. It wouldn't be a real issue until football season starts up again. Our baseball team always stinks. The wet season. Spring is on the way. People are waiting for the dirt to tell them what's to plant. Seniors are getting their college acceptance or rejection letters. David Pobaski, my lab partner, is using them as human guinea pigs to find out how he could get into Harvard. Andy Beach joined the International Club. I'm suspicious of his motives. He's not the kind of person who cares a lot about Greek cooking or French museums. But I keep going to my class like a good dog. I aced the bio test about germination, passing the algebra test too because technically a 66 is a passing grade. When I was a kid, my mother used to hide colored Easter eggs from y'all over the house. The last egg was always in a big basket of chocolate rabbits and yellow marshmallow chicks. This year for Easter, Dad spent the whole meal complaining about all the yard work that has to be done. Mom didn't say much. I said less. Spring break. My house is shrinking and I feel like Alice in Wonderland. I have to get out of here. I head for the mall because it's way taller than the house. But I want ice cream. Stop crying. You ruin your face. She spots her friend. They spot each other. The friend waves. She points to her. She nods. What a zoo, right? What are you working on? Last time I was here, they were giving the kids clown faces. What do you think? Looks kind of spooky, not creepy, but unexpected. That's what I'm going for. That turkey run sculpture you did was creepy too. Good creepy, strong. Awkward pause. Want one? Thanks. Feel like drawing? How's the tree coming? It sucks. I should have never signed up for art. You're better than you think you are. Let me show you something. Biology starts with a lecture about a priest named Greg. So it starts off, and then it starts off, and then it shows what it goes to. Eye color and hair color come from your genes. Mom says I take out the dad side of the family. Cops and insurance agents who bet on football games and smoke disgusting cigarettes. I know the truth. I don't want to know about it gene from my dad. Dad says I take out the mom side of the family. Farmers who grow rocks and poison ivy and who don't visit dentists or read much. I got my I'll think about it tomorrow genes from my mom. I used to believe I was a princess, adopted when my kingdom was overrun by bad guys. I was sure that one day my real family would send the royal limo to pick me up. When I was 7, Dad's old company sent a limo to take him to the airport. I almost had a heart attack because I thought it had come from me. Dad took taxis after that. 10 more lies they tell you in high school. You would use algebra in your adult lives. Driving to school is a privilege that can be taken away. Students must stay on campus for lunch. The new textbooks will arrive any day now. Colleges care more than your standardized test scores. We are enforcing the dress code. We will figure out how to turn off the heat soon. Our bus drivers are highly trained professionals. There is nothing wrong with summer school. We want to hear what you have to say. Yes, that's all it is. My life as a spy. Mrs. Stetman's voice creates a gentle white noise sound barrier that makes it easier to do English homework in math class. I don't pay attention to Rachel's stupid gospel whispers until I hear its name. Andy Evans is the best kisser in the world. Has she lost her mind? After class, I follow her and her new friends into the foreign language wing. The exchange students love to hang out there. They need to breathe air scented with the native language a couple of times a day, or they choke to death on too much American. It swoops. The argument chased one another in my head. Why should I worry about her? Has she done anything for me this year? Here, hurt her. She was my best friend in middle school. That counts for something. No, she's a bitch and a traitor. She didn't see what happened. Let her look after it. I hope he breaks her heart. What if he breaks something else? Once, she was just a girl named Rachel who liked barbecue potato chips, and braiding pink embroidery threading into her hair. Her lips are poison, but she doesn't know. Then atmosphere. Maybe I should tell Gretchen Ingram. My Swedish isn't good enough. I could tell Rachel. Yeah, right. What a stupid idea. This place is stupid. It still stinks of Jonathan here. Sweaty feet, beef jerky, shirts left in the washer too long. Something dead is rotting the walls. The property I bought to cover up the stench just makes it worse. As much as I complain about winter, cold air is easier to breathe, slipping like mercury down my lungs. April is warm. moldy wash clothes of a month. Maya Angelou watches me. Maya wants me to tell Rachel. But Rachel will hate me. She already hates me, but she won't listen. I have to try. Yeah, man, Maya Angelou, you put your hand on her shoulder and give her the strength, because that's what your stories do. They give people the strength to go on. I write with my left hand, so she doesn't know it's for me. Andy Williams will use you. He's not what he pretends to be. I hear he attacked the 9th grader. Be very, very careful. A friend. P.S. Tell Granger in of 2. Growing pains. It's unnatural. It's stiff. Unnatural. It doesn't flow. It's an assault of trees. Mr. Freeman's a jerk. Instead of leaving me alone to find my muse, a real court, I swear, he overflows with words about how my tree sucks. She picks it up and throws it. Trash! And just puts her head down. You're getting better, but it's not good enough. Breathe life into it. Make it bend. Trees are flexible so storms don't break them. Scar it. He had this ice cream voice, like the kindergarten teacher. She reached for the tissue. Perfect trees don't exist. Nothing is perfect, and flaws are interesting. Be the tree. I can leave it blank and call it Tree in a Sandstorm. It's a famous artist. If a famous artist did that, everyone would clap and it would sell for a fortune. If I do it, I'll flunk. Be the tree. What kind of nut job, new age, woo-woo advice is that? I was a tree in 2nd grade, played because I made a bad sheet. It gave me sore arms. I doubt trees are ever told to be the screwed up 9th grader. Gag order. Whenever David raises his hand, Mr. Neck lets him talk as much as he wants. The Pavetsky's lawyer made sure of that. We are all blown down and pay homage to the almighty David, who keeps the neck off our backs. Unfortunately, Mr. Neck still gives tests. Anyone in need of extra credit can write a report on cultural influences of the early 20th century. Since he doesn't want us to see us in summer school, he also gives us extra credit reports. I don't want to see him in summer school either. I write about sufferance. I don't know what you thought you was going to have to do. You're going to have to give it. Women were treated like dolls, not allowed to have ideas, opinions or voices. Then the sufferers marched in, lighting in your face. They were arrested and thrown in jail, but nothing shut them up. They kept fighting until they had rights they should have had all along. I'll write the best report ever. To get credit for this, you will have to present it to the entire class tomorrow. I would have been like, no, you didn't say that. Mr. Neck changed the assignment at the last minute because he hates me. I turned to the one person who beats Neck at his own game. David Pavetsky's and I came up with a plan. I got to class early. Put up the signs. You're first up, Sardo. You have 5 minutes. I stand sufferers tall and calm. It is a lie. I feel like I am in a tornado. My toes curl trying to get a grip on the floor so I won't get sucked out a window. The sufferers fought for the right to speak. They were attacked, arrested, and thrown into jail for daring to do what they wanted. I wanted to stand up for what I believe in, too. No one should be forced to give speeches. I choose to stay silent. Melinda has to deliver her report to the class as part of her assignment. She made copies for everyone to read. My plan is to stand in front of the class for the 5 minutes I've been given. I'm feeling pretty good about this, following the footsteps of the kick-ass sufferers. Instead, I got hauled off to jail. To the principal office! No! I showed up every day to class, did most of my homework, and didn't cheat on tests, and I still got stuck in prison. They can't punish me for not speaking. It's not fair. They don't even know me. They have no clue what's in my head. Flashes of lightning, crying children, caught in the landslide, plagued by worry, squirming under the weight of doubt and guilt, fear. Cops always say, anything you say can be used against you. I looked up self-incrimination, 3 points, vocab word. So what does everyone make such a big hairy deal about me not talking? Maybe I don't want to incriminate myself. Maybe I don't like the sound of my own voice. Maybe I don't have anything to say. I need a lawyer. He gave me a D and suspension. He has a point. Seriously? Your presentation was about speaking up for the right to be silent. If the suffragists stay silent, women still wouldn't be able to vote. You can't expect to make a difference unless you speak up for yourself. Do you lecture all your friends like this? Only the ones I like. I need to chew on that for a while. Let's move it, people. Maybe I'll call you. Maybe I won't answer. Is he asking me out? I don't think so, but he could be. Maybe I will. Phone calls are okay, but if he touches me, I'll explode. The beast prowls. I stay after school to work on my trees. I don't care how many mistakes you make or how much paper you use. 1, 2, 3, like a watch. Try it again. This attitude may explain his budget problem with the school board. Mr. Freeman, to the office. Draw roots for a while. You can't draw a decent tree without roots. This is one of the few places in the world where I feel safe. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. My head snaps open. Snaps up. Click. You seen Rachel Lee Bruin, Andy Beast. Little rabbit heart leaps out of my chest and scumpers across the paper, leaving bloody footprints on the roots. You know who she is? I sit completely still. This is like the nightmare where you keep falling but never hit the floor until the time when you smack the dirt head first at 100 miles an hour. Hello? Anyone home? Is he gonna hurt me again? Are you deaf? He couldn't. Not in school. Could he? She's chewing the shit out of her bottom lip at this point. Shit. That motherfucker ain't even there. It's just, it's blood. It's a fucking slight line of blood where the bottom lip should be because she is. I ate that motherfucker off her face. Why can't I scream? Say something. Do something. I crushed my jaws together so hard my teeth crumbled to dust. Andy, I've been waiting outside. She looks at me but doesn't say anything. Yeah, she must have gotten my note. I mailed it over a week ago. Come on, I'm late. I can't believe she's going out with him. He's trouble. It wasn't enough. She goes sit in the closet and cry. You need a big enough closet to cry in. I believe that. I wholeheartedly believe that. It bad? No. Put it back. No. Homesick. You have to plan ahead for a mental health day. That means pretending not to want dinner or dessert. Coughing so much even Dad notices. Makeup for dramatic effect. Turns out I have a fever. Is it possible I'm really sick? I don't feel good. The words tumble out before I can stop them. Her hand is cool on an island of nice. You must be sick. You're talking. Even she can hear how bitchy that sounds. She clears her throat and tries again. I mean, it's good to hear your voice. Go back to bed. I'll bring up a tray before I leave. Want some ginger ale? No, I'm not saying shit else. My fever keeps going up and my throat is killing me. Mom called to remind me to drink more fluids. If they made my life into a show, they call it How Not to Lose Your Virginity. A white senior should be locked up. Click. My summer vacation drunken party, a rape and a shunning. Click. My stomach bubbles with toxic waste. Police. State your emergency. Click. Was I raped? Yes. You said no. He covered your mouth. You were 13 years old. Just because you were drinking, didn't give him permission to have sex. You didn't give your consent. Didn't you ever think of telling anyone you were raped? Someone get her a tissue. It's not your fault. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. I just want to sleep. A coma would be nice, or amnesia. Anything to wither the whispers in my head. The boy needs to be held responsible. Was it love? No. Was it tenderness, sweetness? The first time they talk about? No. It was an attack and crime. Speak of Meet Lena, Mel Lena. I can't hear you. It's beginning to feel like it breaks my mind too. A trip to the neighborhood upper 10 would be nice. Maybe I could stay with Daniel Striped Tiger in his treehouse. Real spring. Our yard is a mess. And the leaves are evil. They look harmless, but under the top layer, they're wet and slimy. The leaves stick together like pages in a decomposing book. White mold snakes from one leaf to the next. Pale green shoots of something alive have been struggling under the dark rotten leaves. Death fertilizing life. I swear I could see them grow. That's a lot of work. I can't tell if he's angry or not. Maybe he likes his yard looking like crap. Looks way better. Cleaned up like that, I mean. The bushes need to be hacked back, but then you'll see the shutter and they need paint. If I paint these shutters, I have to paint all of them and trim and the front door. The sun ducks behind the cloud and the wind blows harder. I shiver. And that tree is sick. I should have a guy come out and look at it. Don't want it crashing into your room in a storm. Like I'm not already having a hard time sleeping. Thanks, Dad. I go to the hardware store. Want to come? The hardware store. 7 acres of unshaven man and wild-eyed woman in search of the perfect screwdriver, weed killer, volcanic gas grills. I rake the leaves out of my throat. Can you buy me some flower seeds, please, and a pair of gloves? Fault. Tennis is the only sport that comes close to not being a total waste of time. The rules are simple, and you get to catch your breath every few minutes. Since I'm not a total klutz with a racket, Miss Connor pairs me off with jock goddess Nicole to demonstrate that twat. Just as we get a decent volley going, We have to stop for a lecture about the ridiculous scoring system where the numbers don't make sense and love doesn't count for anything. Tweet! Nicole gets the sword. Twat! Awesome shot! Smash! Tweet! You serve Melinda. Nicole's pride is at stake. Her womanhood. She's not about to be beat by some hush, quiet delinquent who used to be her friend. Fault. My toe is over the line. I get a second chance. Another civilized aspect of tennis. 1, 2, 3. Up in the air like a bird, then arching my arm, rotating my shoulder, breathing down the power and the anger, and not forgetting to aim. No fault. I score. She won, but not by much. Most of the class whines about their blisters. My hands are hard now from yard work. Maybe I should ask Dad to practice with me. Yearbooks. The annual yearbook is bizarre. You hunt down every person who looks vaguely familiar and get them to write that you are best friends who will never forget each other. The cheerleaders have obtained some sort of expedition to roam the halls in a pack, pens in hand, to seek out autographs. The race is on to see who can get the most. The appearance of the yearbook clears up the mystery for me. Why the popular girls put up with Todd Riker, one of the most disgusting, sleaziest, nastiest guys in school. Why? Because Todd Riker is head of yearbook photograph. I will not be buying in the yearbook. Hair woman, no more. What is happening? Has she fallen in love? Did she get a divorce? Move out of her parents' basement. You never think about teachers having parents, but they must, right? Some kids say she did it to confuse us while we were working on our final essay. I'm not sure. She gave us a choice. Saw symbolism in the comics or how a story changed my life. I think she found a good shrink. Or maybe she published that novel she's been writing since the earth cooled. I wonder if she'll be teaching summer school. Little writing on the wall. Oh, she's seeing her friend. And they go to the bathroom. Mr. Freeman told me to keep an eye on you. You occasionally go eyewall. Not from our class. There's a first time for everything. Remember what you said the other day about Andy Evans being in trouble? He only wants one thing, and if you believe the rumors, he'll get it, no matter what. Rachel's going out with him. Add that to the list of stupid things she's done this year. Has she complained about him? We don't talk. She's a bitch, you mean. She thinks she's too good for the rest of us. Do you have a Sharpie? Guys to stay away from. Andy Williams. If they ever destroy the internet, mankind would always be able to communicate on bathroom walls. Too bad I can't show hair woman. This is the best writing I've done all year. Prom prep. The climax of mating season is nearly upon us, the senior prom. The gossip energy could power the building's electricity for the rest of the semester. Tap, 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 tap. Rachel's social stock has soared because she's one of the rare ninth graders going to prom, invited by Andy Beast. She's definitely decided to ignore the note I sent. Or maybe she showed it to him, and they had a good laugh. Maybe he won't hurt her. Maybe I should start thinking about this. Knock, knock, knock. And then an intruder arrives. I was making cookies and thought you might want some. How nice. Isn't that nice, honey? No. Why the fuck did you let this bitch in my house? My stuffed rabbits crawled out of their burrows, nose a wiggle, as excited as mom that someone might want to visit me, but cautious, wary. She wants something, I tell. She launches into a sob story about how much she hates being a Martha clone, how they abuse her, how she's always at their beck and call, and so on and on and on and on. This is the worst year ever. Nope, you left me. You were so smart to blow them off, Mel. She completely knows that I was never a part of them and that she was the one who blew me off. But the cookies taste good, so I keep listening. Remember that time you told me you hated your room? You were right. It's time for a total makeover. No, bitch, what do you want? Why are you here? You clearly want something. Why are you here? What do you want and why are you here? If you help me out Saturday, we can spend all day Sunday fixing it up. Back up. Help you with what on Sunday? Decorate for prom. Heather and her other baby Marthas are in charge of prom decorations. But the rest of the girls have bailed on her. She is so desperate she is trying to bribe me with cookies and lies. Girl, She bullshitted me almost about my artistic talent and about how much she missed me. You need to make 500 paper rolls tonight. I'll spray paint the vases in my garage and we could... No. You want to do the spray painting here? No, I'm not helping you. But why? Because you was a bitch who deserted me when I told you I was fucking depressed. And you said, no, fuck that. Let me know when you over it. No, bitch, you can't come back when you need something. That she wants to know the truth. That she's self-centered and cold. That I'm done being used. The bunny said I should be kind. I had plans and Ton of stuff to do in the garden. You should go. Chic. Opens the curtains and get some warm air in. I'm on a roll. I don't know if it's standing up to Heather. I look at my mom's face when I ask for the Windex bit. But I'm feeling pretty damn good for a change. So you clean your windows. It's time to arm wrestle some demons. I need to talk to Rachel. Yes. Tell my heart not to bolt for the door. Hey. No nuclear bomb detonate. So far so good. Homework? Kind of. I have to write a report about France to prove I really want to go with the international club. Remember the first time we tried to melt cheese in your fireplace after you read Haiti? The librarian points the suction finger at us. So, you really going with him? Andy, to Parm. Oh yeah, he's amazing, gorgeous, yummy, a great kisser, and she stopped suddenly like she just remembered that I'm the village leper. What do you want anyway? You ladies are welcome to continue the conversation in the principal's office, or stay here and be quiet. You choose. Click. It's nice to talk to you again. I'm sorry we couldn't be friends this year. I pushed the notebook to her. She melts a little around the edges and writes back. Yeah. Are you still mad at me? So she says yeah, and then she writes, are you still mad at me? And then she says, I guess not. It was a long time ago. I stand on the edge of a cliff, wondering if I'm going to fall or jump. You're going to jump. You're going to fall. The party was a little wild, but it was dumb to call the cops. We could have just left. I saw right there. She's talking to me again, sort of. She might want to be my friend. All I have to do is keep my mouth shut. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3. Breathe out, 1, 2, 3. She leans closer as I carve out the words. I didn't call the cops to break up the party. I called because a guy raped me. Under the trees. I was stupid and drank, and I didn't know what was happening, and he raped me. Everyone lost it when the cops showed up. I was so scared, I just walked home. She said it! Finally! Y'all like an hour and 35 minutes, and finally we said it! Oh my God, OMG. I'm so sorry. Why didn't you tell me? I couldn't tell anyone. Who did it? Damn, I sniffed and wiped my eyes on my sleeves. Who did it? Andy Evans. Liar! You're just jealous because I'm popular and you're a freak! You sent me that note, didn't you? You're so sick! I have to go to a nurse. You make me want to puke. Damn, but she said it. Fuck the fact that she didn't listen. You were able to say it. We ain't been able to say it. We been like, it did it. But what did it do? Who is it? We already figured out who that is. But that's not the point. We found out that it was Andy. Now we had to say, he raped me. Yes. And I'm so proud of her. Oh my God. Chat room. I don't want to go home, but I don't want to stay here either. I got my hopes over Rachel. That was my mistake. Can you take the late bus? I want to show you something. So remember in the bathroom, she put on the wall, guys to stay away from. She put Andy Williams, and then somebody say, he's a bachelor, stay away. Creep, should be locked up, call the cops. He needs that drug. He needs that drug that get perverts so they can't get it up. He needs it 24/7. I went to the movies with him and he put his hands down my pants doing previews. I feel like I can fly. Yes, now you got to tell somebody. You got to tell the whole fucking world. Let everybody know. Let everybody know. Let everybody know. Don't leave it in no secret. They're killing it. Why is that man chopping down the tree? He's saving it, not chopping it down. Those branches are already dead. Pruning them will make the tree stronger. Just make sure they don't get carried away. We need the shade. Dad doesn't know anything about trees. Saturday, lazy, warm, and slow. Miles and hours that are all mine. I head for the biggest hills like fire, loving that I have no idea where I'm going. I ride like I have wings. Almost. Some devious international compass brought me back. Alone, but in the sunshine. My heart thuds as I was pedaling uphill. This is a perfectly normal place. Out of sight of the barn, close enough to hear the cars of the road. Great place for a party. What if tree bark is kind of brilliant? Telling the story of everything the tree has seen. Would it tell me how to come back to life after undersnow dormitory? Do I need a chainsaw and that's to cut out the memory? I survived. I'm here. She goes to the tree that she got raped under. Confused, screwed up, but still here. A small, clean seed of me is waking up. Post-prom. By Monday morning, the prom has become legend. The drama, the passion, the vomit. Why hasn't anyone made a TV show out of this yet? Total damage included 1 pump stomach, 3 breakups of long-term relationships, 1 lost diamond earring, 4 outrageous after parties, and matching tattoos on the butt of senior class officers. Heather has been kicked out of the Marthas because her prom decorations was so lame. On the other hand, guidance counselors were celebrating the lack of fatal accidents. So there's that. Rachel was in her glory. She ditched Andy in the middle of prom. He was filling her up. He was filling her up. When she told him to stop humping her on the dance floor, he ignored her. She wouldn't have anything to do with him for the rest of the night. She went bowling afterward with the cute exchange student from Brazil. I bet she switches from French to Portuguese next year. Its night didn't end as well. She burned everything he ever gave her and left the ashes in front of his locker. Ha 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 ha. They're talking shit about him. Sometimes I think high school is one long hazing activity. If you were strong enough to survive this, that lets you become an adult. You're not paying attention to your surroundings, shorty. You already been pissing me off about this for half the book. I ain't been saying nothing, but right now I just want y'all to know she has not been paying attention to her surroundings, and every time she walk up, she turns into a fucking rabbit, and then she like, bitch, foxes eat rabbits. You wanna die? I don't want to hang out in my little hidey hole anymore, but I want to take home my Martha Angelo poster, a couple of drawings, and a weird turkey bone sculpture. It's growing on me. This is the rest of it can stay as long as it doesn't have my name on it. I'll leave the Afghan too. Some other kid might need a sanctuary next year. The heat makes the smell even worse than usual. I'll leave the door cracked open so I can breathe. Who's going to bust me now? With a week left of school, the teachers take off faster than the students when the bell rings. I didn't realize how many books I had. Should have brought a tote. Then somebody slams her, somebody pushes her from the back. She falls to the table. Slam. Ah! You have a big mouth, know it? Rachel says you're spreading some bullshit story about me raping you. I never raped anyone. I don't have to. Every girl in school is talking about me like I'm some kind of pervert. He is made of slabs of stone and gives off a smell that makes me want to wet my pants. What's wrong, ugly? Haven't been able to get any since that night? The walls feel like nails to the floor. Yes, she's trying to get away. Oh no, you're not going anywhere. You really screwed things up for me. Click, oh my God, you just locked the door. I can't believe anyone listens to you. It feels like my blondes are splittering. You liked it. I have no legs. You didn't scream. Want some more? Girl, you gotta scream. Find your voice. His lips are wet. His teeth knock against my cheekbones. His teeth are on my cheek. Slam. He's trying to get both wrists in one hand. He needs a free hand. I remember. Mental hands, hot knife hands. A sound explodes from me. No! Thank you! Finally! Shit! I scream. And I scream. And I scream. Explosion in my head. Blood in my mouth. Why aren't the walls falling? My fists mean nothing to him. Little rabbit paws thumping helplessly. His body crushes me. It breathes like a dragon. And she's still fighting. Splash! Smash! Yes, finally. She broke something. She made a weapon. She put it. His mouth is paralyzed. He can't say a word. I want to slice his head off. I want to hear him scream. I said no. They're out there banging on the door. What's going on in here? Who's in here? Bang, bang, bang. You all right? Open up. Hey! Bang, 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 bang. Call the cops. Final cut. School is nearly over. Summer vacation voices bubble in the air. I'm starting summer school in the face, so there's no real hurry. But I want to finish this tree. Lilac flows through the open windows with a few lazy bees. Tires squeal out of the parking lot. Another sober student for real. The seniors are going to New York City to study art or graphic design. Mr. Freeman writes down the names of his favorite restaurants. I heard what happened. You okay? Yeah, thanks. When I was left in the school year, I suddenly became popular, thanks to the big mouths of the lacrosse team. Even Rachel called me. It happened. There's no avoiding it, no forgetting it, no running away or flying or burying or hiding. Andy Evans raped me in August. It wasn't my fault. He hurt me. It wasn't my fault. I'm not going to let it kill me. I can't grow. Time's up, Melinda. Are you ready? You got to stop crying in my studio. The salt is like acid. Ruins the supplies. My tears are dissolving. The last block of ice in my throat. You've been through a lot, haven't you? The frozen stillness melts inside me. Shards of ice drip onto the floor and vanish in a puddle of sunlight. Let me tell you all about it. Oh, I just loved it. I loved it. I thought I wouldn't love the graphic book because I love the book so much. And I just loved it. I loved the drawings. It was so fucking awesome and beautiful. They was just so fucking there. Not too much, not too little. It's in black and white. It's giving me life. I'm just loving it. I was a little worried because sometimes, definitely, when you try to take words and you just want to put them on pictures, it's a little hard. But it was done with so much precision, and I'm so fucking geeked and so fucking happy. And I managed to speed read this in an hour and 44 minutes. So, oh my god, you're like squeeze, really? I'm sorry, I just died. Oh my god, I am so geeked. In a minute, I know y'all like squeeze. We still getting our daily dose because our daily dose our daily dose for today is supposed to be, what's we on, 16? Is that? Oh yeah, let me see. Let me just get it in here. I think I'm on 16. Nope. We on 17. Yeah, we on 17. So we on 17. I think I got I'm gonna be able to give y'all 2. That's gonna be the next thing I post today. So I'm gonna be able to take this book back tomorrow. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I feel like I should be able to hit y'all with one of my other books that I got.